Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Endless Legend. I haven't played this game in about 4 days now, and I am so excited to be playing it again because this game is really fun and awesome. So, a few things have changed since the last time I played. First off, I played a bunch of solo campaigns, and I think I got a little bit better at the game, so that's good. Second is I lowered the ambient volume, like sound from like blowing wind and stuff. I realized after the first 9 videos went live was exceptionally loud, and so that got neutered a bit. I recorded the first 9 in one session because I just had so much fun with it. So anyway, I kind of don't remember where we left off, but I do know that using this screen is quite useful. I do recall doing this. We've got most of our workers focusing on dust production right now, which is causing us to have a huge surplus. However, I was looking over our unit list. Where is it? Here. And I'm a little concerned about the size of our army, considering the turn that we're on. We're on turn, like, what? Yeah, 50, and we've got one army with no extra garrison outside of regular militia. So I think it's time for us to make some more guys, and we'll go from there. So right now, let's see. Let's get all these things opened up again, because I like them. I love the interface in this game. One of the things I love about it is that it's so streamlined. Right? Like, if you're just watching this and you haven't actually played it yet, you have to understand, it's on almost every menu, it's just a right click to get out of it. You know, like you click on a city, right click, and it's gone. You click on one of these menus, right click, and you're right back to the game screen. There's just something really amazing about the way that the game just kind of works intuitively the way you would expect it to. And, I mean, you can sit down and play the game for 10 minutes and all of a sudden you just know all the key bindings. It's just not complicated. So I just really like that. It's one of the things that I really enjoy about it. Also, somebody mentioned in comments that we don't have Adamantian revealed yet, so I don't think we'll be able to do that mission quite yet. And that's okay. We've got one little guy. Let's go explore a bit. How much movement do we have? 3.5? Okay. Had I already moved him or what? I don't remember. And as far as resolving battles, I will, if it's not like a neutral creep, we'll try to play out the battles ourselves. But most of the time, I think we will still auto-resolve quite a few of the battles. Oh, I have an achievement. Toe in the water. What's that? Play for 10 turns across any number of playthroughs. Wow. Well, I think I've played a few more than that, actually, but okay. Thanks, Steam. Alright, we've completed our steed storage in Hellcrast. I do also think it might not be a terrible idea to continue to spread out a bit more. You know, our neighbor here, I think, pretty clearly has at least 2, if not 3 regions. You can actually see his cities there. And then this other guy, so I would suppose that it wouldn't be a terrible idea to either expand directly towards them, maybe even around, to try to isolate these regions to protect them from colonization so that they're easier for us to either attack in. It's like I'm playing EU4, you know? Separate his territory so that he can't reinforce. Then conquer it. Divide and conquer. Anyway, we need to throw in we need units in here. Let's see. We could keep on making rangers. I haven't unlocked any other units, which is probably a mistake. At the very least, vile snakes are pretty good. They've got 100 health. And they do a ton of damage with a circular attack. But they're quite costly. 176 production to produce. Let's go ahead and throw in a vile snake, and we'll throw that ahead of the Dakari Ranger. Unless, you know what, the Ranger's already got some production completed. Let's go ahead and allow that. And then in this one, we can also make vile snakes. This is the fairly new city. It's got quite a bit of population, though. A lot of it coming from the pacified villages. Might not be a terrible idea to go ahead and get that Sisters of Mercy thing done a little bit earlier. Maybe we could even buy it. Essentially, we could pay 235 dust for an extra worker, and each worker is providing us with 7 dust per turn for another 10 turns. So having another worker from the city would give us 70, assuming we use the worker for more dust. Are there any other side benefits to having more workers aside from that? Well, it is the Sisters of Mercy. So the Sisters of Mercy, I think we have to actually assimilate them to get this bonus. Right now we're getting 0.5 movement per pacified Erices. But if we were to assimilate the Sisters of Mercy, 5% health regeneration per pacified Sisters village. So we could, right now we have 2 Sisters of Mercy villages. We could have 10%, and then if we were to buy that unit, we would end up having 15% health regeneration per turn. It's pretty good, but we don't really have a lot of military units yet. What about the other ones? The Delvers, 5% dust per pacified Delvers village on cities. Well, is there a way to see, I would love to see like a summary of the actual number of pacified villages. Like, I know that these are the 3 that we're able to choose from, but like it doesn't show on here how many. Ah, well, it's okay. We'll just forget about it. Let's go check out our unit again. I think what we need to have him do is just kind of keep on moving around and kill stuff, get some more experience. And these things, you know what? Those are just produced. Let's see, have any of the ruins been explored? What's this one all about? Post and beam. We have a mission for that one. Search the temple ruins with a Wild Walker's hero with a minimum arranged 4 ranged and 2 minor faction units. Get some influence. Alright. Well, we are getting ready to build some Erises. Could do that. Alternatively, because of our faction, I forgot, I actually didn't realize it. The sharing is what provides us with an affinity that allows us to detect opponents' armies in your empire and the adjacent regions. So that's why we can see units in every region that's adjacent to us. This is incredibly useful. Very powerful skill. Alright, also, in other news, I learned more about how Burrow stacking works. So for instance, right now, I had been a little bit confused by the way that this stuff made, like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Let's see if there's any of these villages that we can actually build a burrow in. Of course not. Why would that be the case? You need to have 4 burrows touching each other in order to get a level 2 tile, and the level 2 tile actually provides increased approval instead of a decrease. So instead of building long chains, you can build tighter clusters of cities, which will actually offset some of the penalty for expansion. So that's good. I don't really think there's too much else we need to do in this turn. We're working on Imperial Coinage. Unlocks the resources and stockpiles section of the marketplace. Well, good. Let's do that. We're also about to finish a burrow. Now, some people had mentioned we need to unlock some more units, and I think that that's true. Let's see. We basically skipped the Shaman. 36 health with Bark Skin, Forest Rage slowdown. But this is one of our bigger guys. Sweep, Strike Back, Forest Rage. That's pretty normal. He's just huge. 180 life. So a guy like this would be really amazing if we had the health regeneration per turn. Let's see. Also, getting more armor would be good too. Unlocks tier 2 weapons made of titanium. I don't suppose you actually have to have this one first, do you? Oops. See, I just right-clicked. I think I already have that one, but like, out of curiosity. Unlocks tier 1 weapons. No, it doesn't say anything about like having... Well, it's a different resource. Maybe that's why. Let's see, we didn't do the armor there. What about this? Unlocks tier 2. No, there's nothing stopping us from going straight to tier 2. We don't have to do tier 1. Interesting. Alright, well. 3 food on terrain with river. Plus 2 army unit slots. 40 experience when recruiting an unit. Well, this is interesting. The lumber mill. Plus 1 production per terrain of forest. Actually does cost 5 titanium to produce. This is just plus 1 production on terrain with any industry. That's kind of cool. Plus 5 influence on city. Damn. And then plus 1 influence per person on city. So that's if they're having them work the influence. So we could really crank out lots of influence out of one city if we needed to. The Central Market, plus 25 approval on city. That seems so good. Build one of those in each city would just allow us to do stuff. Plus 1 minor faction assimilation slot. Unlocks ships. Imperial highways. Roads are automatically created between cities in adjacent regions, regardless of diplomatic status, one of which having this improvement built. Alright, that English is amazing. Improves the roads into paved roads. Paved roads are used by trade routes. Paved roads grant movement bonus. Effects. Okay, and then we also have a watchtower. 15% health regeneration on expansion. Plus 3 vision on expansion. Watchtower's health regeneration effects are applied to their adjacent tiles. So watchtowers could be used as like retreat points, you know, to retreat back and heal units up instead of having to go back to a city or something. But also they give more vision. That's cool. I like that. I like the idea of the roads and the trade routes, of course. But I think I'm going to have to force myself to get the melee unit first, just because he's amazing. And then we'll get the roads. Sorry if I'm taking a long time on my turns. I'm just thinking things through here. You know what I mean? Alright, Burrow Streets. This is the one being built here, is it? No. That wouldn't make sense, would it? No. Is there a way I forget to see? It must be that one that's being built. Okay, that's fine. I also did some experimenting off camera, and you definitely don't want to build burrows next to the tiles that are adjacent to different regions. Because they, even though you would still assume them to get the full 6 hexes around it, they don't actually get any production from the hexes in other regions. So Gleka here, we're going to want to expand in this direction. Hopefully the Fidzy is not terrible. Look at all that science. That's pretty good. Alright, that's fine. It'll be a science city. I just pressed the space bar. What does the space bar do? Spacebar ends the turn, evidently. Burrow Streets. I always thought Enter did that. It is completed. Now it's working on the seed storage. Also, yes, I've learned how to use the Dismiss button instead of the Hide button. So Gleka's got its second burrow up. Excellent. We're still fervent. Still quite happy on Empire, down to 96%. Next plan in 7 turns. Our current Empire plan, I've actually forgotten. Victory statuses, Arumba, 13%. That's good. Score by time limit. So we're doing pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I do think that 25 approval is definitely worthwhile. 33% building cost reduction would be nice. You know what we could do on the next one is we could do 20% unit production and then make a ton of units for that session. I want to go find that guy. I haven't found anywhere in the settings though to increase movement speed, which would be kind of nice. What are you working on? Granary. Plus 15 food on city. That's a lot. You're working on seed storage, you're working on a public library. All those things sound fantastic. Next. A new Empire plan will unlock in 6 turns. Goody. Population of Hellcrast has grown to 3. And we've completed the granary. So Hellcrast automatically appointing the new person to dust production, because that's what I had done last. The Delvers. Looks like we can build up their city. Alright. It stands to reason that it makes sense to prioritize assimilating factions that you have the most of, because you can get significant production reduction. That's an interesting term, production reduction. I like that. Shall we colonize another area? I mean, we've got 96% approval. Perhaps we should just buy another settler. 557. Just buy one and then go satisfy that mission from ages ago. Snark and Awe. Colonize the region of Annam. Get some emeralds. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather try to colonize a region that's up here. I really do think like Sondir would make more sense. Oh hey, there's unspoiled ruins there that are available. I wonder if it's doing that just because I haven't seen it or something. We could attack this thing. I don't think we will though. Let's go see what this unit is. We got 3.5 movement. It's just a roaming army. A Tetike. The Jotas faction. It's a ranged unit. 82 health. 48 damage. That's quite a bit. Here, we will do a manual battle. Wrap this video up. Adjust your troops. Deployment on the battlefield. Oh, of course, we're just a whole bunch of archers, and we've got the forest thing, so let's hang out in the forest. And I think we're fine. We will set up there. Yep. We will all target that unit. That makes sense. That's fine. Unfortunately, I left them on aggressive, so they are trying to move closer. That was kind of a mistake. But we did do 58 damage, and yep, they hit pretty hard, but that's too bad. I probably could have set it up better, where we wouldn't have actually taken any damage. Oh well, it happens. I'm not going to worry about it. 6.8 experience, that's great. And units level up, level 3, good. Let's see, can we actually see the difference between them? Level 2, level 2, level 3. Okay, so 72 health. Let's just care about the big numbers. 72 health, 58 damage. 84 health. If I remember correctly, they had 60 health to begin with, so it looks like it's just a flat 20% increase in health every level from the base, which is good. We need to level them up. It's very important. We also need to upgrade the unit types if we actually revise the unit list. So you do still have movement. Why don't you move one more forward? Hopefully that unit will heal. And then the other thing is that we have access to this marketplace now, which I've not actually played with at all. So I'm going to take a break here and go look at it a bit and see if I can figure out how this thing works. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.